In recent history, our planet has experienced some of the most destructive and devastating earthquakes on record. You may have already experienced one yourself, or there could be one in your future. But as dangerous as earthquakes are, most deaths and injuries associated with earthquakes occur because people do not take the proper precautions to secure the contents of their homes and businesses to protect them from non-structural damage. Earthquake mitigation is any action taken to reduce or eliminate risks from damages, loss, including business disruption, injury, or death should an earthquake occur. This includes identifying your risks, making a plan, and taking responsible steps for ensuring the health and safety of people and property. In fact, studies show that for every $1 invested in pre-disaster mitigation activities, on average, $4 are saved in the costs associated with recovery. FEMA developed an awareness program called Quakesmart, an initiative to help people in at-risk earthquake communities maintain ongoing earthquake mitigation efforts. Earthquake mitigation can consist of simple, cost-effective solutions that save money and lives. FEMA recognizes the importance of educating individuals about earthquake risk so they can responsibly ensure safety at their home or business, while increasing one's ability to withstand future earthquake disasters. FEMA calls this individual resiliency. Individual resiliency serves the best interests of your family, your company, and your community. The sooner you can recover at home, the sooner you can support community recovery by getting back to work. Resilient businesses create resilient communities. Both are critical to sustaining the economy. So this video is about how we can all play a part in being Quakesmart. If you, your co-workers, and your neighbors mitigate, then effectively your entire community will benefit from your efforts should an earthquake occur. You will learn how to recognize earthquake risks and what you can do to reduce those risks to protect yourself and your family. When we think of earthquakes in the United States, we almost always think of California. But earthquakes happen in many parts of the country. Areas that have experienced infrequent earthquake activity still remain vulnerable. Structures built before modern building codes were in place are more vulnerable to damage and can even collapse in major earthquakes, as we've seen even in more recent events. This is an earthquake hazard map, with the red indicating areas with the highest hazards. Now consider two similar brick buildings, one on the seismically active California coast in Eureka, California, and one in Wells, Nevada, where earthquake activity is lower in comparison. Each town experienced an earthquake of similar magnitude. But here you will see the California building experienced less damage than the building in Nevada. Even though the California building was older, it still performed much better. Why? Because mitigation addressed its most obvious vulnerability, the tendency for failure at the tops of brick walls and parapets. The Nevada building clearly failed due to the lack of earthquake mitigation, and building tenants and pedestrians could have been injured or killed by falling debris. Earthquakes are most disruptive to business continuity when non-structural elements are damaged, heavy objects fall, and contents are spilled. In fact, businesses are likely to shut down or experience serious delays in reopening due to these issues. As an example, retail businesses experience spilled and damaged inventory. Hospitals can lose overhead equipment, making it a huge risk for their patients and staff. Manufacturers can experience damage to their machines, which could cause major production delays and costly repairs. And if businesses cannot continue to operate because of lack of staffing capacity or structural or non-structural damages, this in return affects individual and community livelihood. But when businesses and their employees understand their risks, make a plan, and take action, families and communities can rebuild faster and stronger. First, identify your risk. Think about the damage an earthquake might cause. Your home or office has three potential sources of risk: its structure, its non-structural components, and its contents. Structural risks include collapse-prone structure types and collapse-induced ground failure. Non-structural risk sources include unreinforced brick parapets, brick chimneys, roofing and ornamental siding, ceilings, light fixtures, and gas-fired equipment and hazardous materials. And lastly, its contents may include tall or heavy furniture, storage racks, other furnishings and its equipment, and items that may fall or slide and block exits. For your home, consider doing a home hazard hunt. This diagram shows you the multiple hazards in your home and the opportunities for mitigation. Second, make a plan. Making a mitigation plan means defining a scope of work, budgeting funds to pay for it, and then scheduling the time to get it done. Sometimes the budget or schedule will prompt you to reduce or increase the scope. That's okay. It's part of the planning process to think about your options and make sure you're spending your resources effectively. Your plan doesn't have to be complicated. Its sole purpose is to help you go from thinking about your risk to mitigating it. Planning worksheets and templates are also available on Quakesmart.org. Third, take action. With a mitigation plan in place, it's time to get busy. Whether it's an installation of some simple bookshelf brackets or a full structural retrofit. Even simple mitigation takes time to design, schedule, and build. Meanwhile, it makes sense to take some inexpensive steps to ensure basic earthquake preparedness and general workplace safety. You can meet with your local code official to discuss the need for any submittals, permits, notices, or inspections. If you hire a contractor to perform the work, he or she will generally be responsible for this task. If you own a business or rent a home, coordinate with your building owner about your planned mitigation for your contents and furnishings. And finally, implement your mitigation solutions. Solutions might be taking the simple step of bracing your bookshelf to your wall, as well as adding removable straps to secure the shelf's contents. Securing artwork and small appliances only help if the shelving unit stays upright. The easy and cost-effective solution? Simple nylon straps bolted to the wall studs and attached to the top of the unit with Velcro and adhesive. Other easy fixes may also include securing ceiling fans with cable supports, storing paint on the garage floor, installing flexible gas lines to ovens or space heaters or from propane tanks, installing hook and loop straps to microwaves or desk-mounted computers, securing table lamps or fragile collectibles on shelves with museum wax or putty. As you continue to assess your home safety, also think about removing, relocating, or securing anything that can fall and hurt someone, fall and block an exit, fall and start a fire, require a lengthy or costly cleanup. One of the most important things you can do by yourself, and usually for less than $50, is to properly strap your water heater. A toppled water heater that ruptures the gas line is a major fire hazard, as well as the loss of a clean water source. Experts now recommend heavier straps, lag bolts to the wall studs, and a block between the tank and the wall. Inexpensive kits including installation details designed for typical water heaters are sold at hardware stores, home centers, or online. And again, to be Quakesmart, just follow these 3 easy steps. Identify your risks, make a plan, and take action. By doing so, you protect yourself and your family, your workplace, and your community. We hope this video has helped you understand some of the earthquake risks present in your home or workplace, and how proper preparation through mitigation is the easiest way to become Quakesmart. For more information or to inquire about your specific mitigation criteria, contact your local building department or Structural Engineers Association, as well as these online and publication resources.